Man, my favorite fishing memory. A lot of people
fishing in Eupora, Mississippi with my granddad.
Memory that I'll never forget. I mean, I can picture.
It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
You know, one of the cool things about fishing is all the different memories, you know, that you gather over the course of these many trips. You know, the different people you fish with, the different places you fish, and a lot of the individual fish. You know, I fish for a living. I fish, you know, at least half of the year I'm on the water, but I still remember individual fish that I caught in club tournaments and things like that, you know, 10, 12 years ago. But one of the memories that really stands out the most to me was my very first tournament that I fished with my dad. We were on Lake Martin. It was called a Shriners tournament. I think there were 250 boats. One of the things that I remembered was we had a little small fiberglass, about a 15-foot boat. I think it had a 50 on it, a little 50 outboard, and remember my dad joking because everybody else had bigger boats and they just kind of blew by us and all that. We were like the, you know, it's like kind of like the tortoise and the hare. We just took our time and we went to our spots. But it was a 7-fish limit back then, and I think I caught 3 or maybe even 4 of the fish that we weighed in. And I remember just how cold it was on that first run that morning. I had my hands tucked under my hind end like this on the whole run, and we were catching them on a spinnerbait. But I remember like individual fish slow rolling it over that brush pile that day, and I was probably 12 or 13 years old. We ended up getting a check, finished in the top 50 out of 250 guys, and I think that's when I got the tournament bug. You know, I've always been competitive, and I played sports all the way through Little League and high school and college, but I always loved the outdoors. But I think that one moment, that first tournament, and feeling that rush of catching that first tournament fish was something I'll never forget.
One day, baby, we'll be old. Oh, baby, we'll be old and think of all the stories that we could have told.